Exciting.
Community.
Energetic.
Extravagant.
Exceeding expectations.
Our community service event that we ran this year for Special Olympics was Track or Treat. We were able to raise $4,100 in a 2-hour time span. Our event took basically 4 hours front to back to run, and we put it together in a 2-week time period, and it was all student driven. The idea came about, as I said earlier, just a tweak off of Trunk or Treat and some area schools that had done some carnivals for their kids, and we threw them together. Yes. The event itself was wonderful. It was high energy. Everything was donated. We had a disc jockey that was donated. We had parent volunteers. Yes. We asked all of our varsity coaches, and we also asked them to provide 2 to 3 athletes from each team. We asked them all to dress up, and we asked them all to have fun with kids.
I think the biggest surprise of the night were just the sheer numbers of kids that showed up and the amount of candy we actually went through. It was just amazing to see that many people there.
Never seen an event like that before. It was good for the school and everybody to come together as a group.
I think the best thing about Track or Treat was that the athletes and the community came together and brought a lot of money to a great cause.
All the athletes worked really well with the kids, and it was better than expected.
I think the biggest surprise of the night was actually the athlete-to-kid interaction. You know, everybody was great with the kids. It was our clubs. Everybody just came together, and they all enjoyed it and had a blast.
Additionally, we asked them to come up with a game or an activity that could be played in the middle of our field house after the kids got done trick-or-treating. We had some really creative coaches. Our football team, for example, made plywood ghosts that kids threw Nerf balls through. The evening was just about having a great time.
And the students across the whole high school were so excited about it. We've never had an event where we've just had kids coming out of the woodwork to help us, and I think they were more excited than the trick-or-treaters to come out and be a part of it.
We started out with a goal of $1,500, so when we were able to walk out with $4,100, we were obviously thrilled at that prospect. This event can be run in any venue. You could run it in the hallways of your school. We planned on running it outside, on our outside track, and we're not sure that we wouldn't try that next year if we had great weather. We ended up getting a monsoon, and it brought the event indoors, and it turned out to be the very best thing that could happen to us. In the state of Indiana alone, if half of our high schools would put together a track or treat and raise only $1,000, the potential is for $200,000 in a 2-hour event across our state. If this became a national event, the potential is limitless.
I think it would work for any school in Indiana just simply because it's easy to put on. It's pure profit for whatever you're raising money for, and everyone has the facilities necessary.
Any school in Indiana has an athletics team. Any school in Indiana has clubs that they can get involved, that can work together to support this cause.
And I think it would be great for every school to do, and every club can get involved, and it's a great way to invite your community to your school.
You could run this in a gym very easily. It's just about setting up your stations. You don't have to have the games in the middle. You can improvise and make it whatever you want. You could do it at Easter. You could make it an Easter event, a Christmas march. You could do a whole lot of different things with it. The biggest thing is finding what works for your community, tweaking it to your facility. Do you want to have it inside, outside? Do you want it in a gym? You could even do it in an auditorium area. Anywhere there's room for students to wander around station to station. You will learn along the way what you can and cannot pull off. This event can be tweaked to your community in several ways. One of the biggest ones is you can make it fit your demographics. An area school tried this, and they charged $2 per kid, and they ran it outside. They ended up having rain that night. It didn't work out so well, but they had a huge interest level, so they know next year it will be phenomenal. We ended up charging $5 for each child that came through, and it worked out really, really well for us. You have to go into it fearless. You have to go into it thinking on your feet. What we found was that there are going to be glitches on that evening. You're going to run out of candy. We pre-sold 200 bracelets, and we had, I would say, safely 600 kids show up and parents. And on one final note, next year we're not just going to involve our athletic community. We had our drama club come and our academic teams come this year, and next year we're going to open it up not only to other school organizations, but we're going to offer it to community.
It's not only for athletes. You can incorporate any group in your school or your community for that matter. Our student council members participated, academic teams, everybody really got involved for a great, great cause.
If our Lions Club wants to come in, if our Chamber of Commerce, if we have local businesses, because ultimately you want the best situation that you can have for kids and you want to have the most amount of fun that they can possibly have. And most importantly, if you feel like it wasn't a huge success the first time you do it, don't be afraid to try it again. We made sure that we debriefed as soon as we got done with our event, so we already have in place what we want to do next time and how we want to do it. I can't tell you the amount of thanks that we've received from Special Olympics, and we haven't even handed a check over to them yet. What it gave us as a school community was amazing. Our coaches had a blast. Our players were so involved, and it was just a wonderful evening of high energy for everyone that was a part of it, including the parents that brought their little ones along. The response we've had from the community has been amazing, and Special Olympics has been very grateful for what we were able to do. Feel free to contact me at Lowell High School in Lowell, Indiana, or if you have any questions at all, you can contact Lee Lonzo, our state representative. Thanks, best of luck, and I hope you give Track or Treat a shot.